Welcome back to Just Cardboard, everybody. Hey, I got my DGA order back already. Blaine was a little behind on this one. Let's talk about DGA and Blaine a little bit. DGA is actually grading star bags. Anybody ever heard of Star? They're like 83, 84, and 85. They had clear bags. I think these team bags of basketball cards. And Blaine is the only grading company grading those right now. So in the star community, Blaine is doing a lot of things. Why is I to pick up my order from Blaine? Um, he was showing me that I never seen a star bag. I mean, I wasn't collecting basketball back in those days, so I mean, I had baseball, but I didn't have basketball. So Blaine was showing me those. I was interested in it. It's pretty cool. So that's something going in the star community. And if anybody knows anything about star cards and basketball back in the days, those are really popular. Um, so he's making a name for himself as far as grading those star bags and star cards. And that was like what you call like Michael Jordan's really rookie card, 1984 star. So we'll go to the reveal here on the order I got back from Blaine. You guys know I'm a sucker for promo cards, but DGA doesn't grade promo cards, but they will slide them for you. So here's a Bo Jackson. See if we can get my lighting changed a little bit here. I don't know. Bo Jackson promo card. They call it fan art. So Bo Jackson, Auburn running back. So America's best college player, Bo Jackson. So they don't grade these, but I am a sucker for these little promo cards and stuff like that. That was one of the promo cards I got. So another promo card I got was Wayne Gretzky here. So we'll get you a Wayne Gretzky out. There's a Wayne Gretzky promo card. This is actually before I don't know when it was printed, but it was actually supposed to be before he started professional hockey. It's got a little story back here of Wayne Gretzky. In 1978, he was 17. So there you go. There's a little promo card from Wayne Gretzky too. I'm a big sucker for those promo cards, but DGA doesn't grade them, but they will slap them, so that's a good thing. I got an autograph right here too. Drew Rom, however you want to pronounce his name. 8 and 8. Centering was a 7.5. Edges were 10. Corners were a 9. And surface was 9. So centering's what hurt this card. Trying to see maybe top to bottom was really off because side to side is not looking too bad. It must have been top to bottom. Oh, a new thing on these cards now. The QR code on the back of these now. Instead of going to the DGA website and you have to go at the very bottom and do a serial number search, the newer ones actually automatically go to the report card. So, yeah, you can see side to side, from side to side here on the back, which have been top to bottom on the front. You can see it's real narrow here and real wide here. So the centering really hurt this card. That's too bad because it's a nice looking card. But yeah, that was an upgrade. So the QR code on the back of these actually goes right to report card now. And Blaine was saying the newer ones, it'll actually have pictures of the front of the slab and the back of the slab, like PSA and CGC. I think most of them do the slab pictures now. But when Blaine gets that done, he will have pictures plus a report card, which a lot of people only have the pictures, like PSA. There's no report card. So there's the auto. And another, it's a pre-production card, but then got graded because I had a grading company on there. Pre-production tops 2001. Centering was a 9. Edges were a 5.5. Corners were 6, and surface was 9. So edges and corners got this one. You can kind of see down here at the bottom there's some whiting of the edge. That corner's got a white corner over here, so that's what really hurt this card. It was probably this bottom here. I mean, if I wanted to, I could actually scan this card and go right to the report card, and the grader's report card would actually tell me what they found and what they see. So PP1, this is 2001. It's Key O'Neill tops. So nice looking card. Didn't grade well, but that's fine. So what else do we got here? Oh, this is a combination. I like when Topps does these reprints of these older late 80s and early 90s cards of iconic players. So we'll bring both of these out at once. Here's the 1988 Topps. Topps Rookie Gold Cup. 10 on centering, 6.5 on corner, 7 on edges, and 8 on surface. So it got a 7. These white border cards are harder to really look. I mean, unless you look under really close. But it was Mark McGuire. Like I said, they did a reprint of this card back in, what was this one? 2017 Topps Chrome update. Topps All Rookie Cup. Centering was 9, edges were an 8, corners were 10, and surface was an 8. So, it got an 8. So, so I like when they do those reprints on that. I love when they do that. One of those iconic players back in the day. Just look how that happens. And here's another one. It's a numbered one. This one's actually a Dylan Carlson 2021 Topps Brooklyn Collection. It's serial number to 99. Centering's 9.5. Edges are a 9. Corners are 7. I think there's a little corner flaking. Surface was a 9. I thought I'd seen a corner just had a little bit of flake or something to it, maybe. Couldn't quite tell. There's a little bit of a spot up there, maybe. Nice card. This is actually in my eBay store right now. If anybody's interested, it is a Dylan Carlson rookie card, numbered at 99. Topps Brooklyn collection. It got an 8. I thought I was going to do a little bit better. I'm not a grader, so I wish I was. And can see this stuff. I got a 30 power magnifying glass, and I need to look at these things a little closer. But as a rookie card, it was numbered. It was worth sending in no matter what. People say, "Oh, if you get an 8, you know, it should be just like the price of raw." And I'm like, I'm not a believer of that. I'm not a big believer in that at all. I think if somebody spends some money to get it graded and protected so it doesn't get any worse, I think it should get better than raw. Just even because it's in a slab and protected. As long as it's in a slab, that is a third-party grading company. I know you can go to eBay and buy all these slabs and do your own snap-together slabs, or you can glue it in. I'm not that person. These, you know, the slab company, these grading companies are going to have a machine that actually, like, they sonic weld these things on the edges, so they're waterproof and tight. I don't want to put a glue in anywhere and maybe have the fumes or the whatever of the glue breaking down the card. I'm not a big fan of that. They can have these sonic welded. I'm more of that than having the glue in there. So watch some of these cheaper grading companies. I know Blaine's got the The sonic welder to weld these things closed. Some of these grading companies that you don't know about that just pop up randomly um, don't have those machines, and they just kind of have a snap together case, or they have a snap tight glue type case and they're using the glue. What happens 5, 10, maybe 30 years down the road, and that glue discolors your case or discolors your card that you put in there. I'm not a real big fan of. So watch who you're using as far as a grading company. I know everybody's slamming DGA because they're not one of the top 4. I shared something on the Just Cardboard Facebook page. AGS was a grading company. They're out of Long Island, New York, and you get those monthly of the top 4 grading companies. What they do for our sports cards and TCG cards. AGS is in there, and they was hiring some of these other grading companies, but nobody wants you to show you those because it's not one of the top. It's not they're not one of the top 4 grading companies, but they're just doing as much or even more than some of these other top 4 grading companies. But they're not showing you that. I know somebody's asked about AGS before. I've used them. I'm not a big fan of them, but they got the AI grading. A lot of TCG people are using. They got the AI grading. They got the barcode on back, and as soon as you scan it, it takes you right to a report card. I think they have like different images of your card because the AI is looking at different lighting or whatever and catching the bad spots or whatever. I mean, I don't know how AI works, but so some of these grading companies, I kind of like that. Blaine's, as far as I'm concerned, Blaine and DGA is doing just as good as far as I'm concerned as PSA. I mean, Blaine's using PSA slabs. Or I should say the old PSA slabs. I haven't got any new PSA slabs. I know PSA's got some different slabs, but he's using the older PSA slabs. He uses the older Beckett grading system. These are DJ's doing a wonderful job. I'm not going to slam DGA whatsoever. Well, since we're on here, we're going to talk about card shows. We got one coming up September 20th. This is the one in Pekin, Illinois. 920. So this is the one at DJ's always there. I always drop off a submission card. Usually at least a 5 card order. I don't know what 5 cards I'm going to take, but I'm going to take them next week and drop them off. 50 plus tables. This is the Vonnie Center in Pekin, Illinois. If you know Pekin real well, it's right behind Menards. So if you can't find the Vonnie Center in Pekin, Illinois, just find Menards. And I'm seriously, just go right behind Menards on the street and take the next road, and there's a medical center there, Carl Medical Center right there too. You're going to turn right in and just go past that Carl Medical Center. The Vonnie Center's right at the end of that road. It's there. You can't miss it. So if you can't find the address, I don't even have the address on here or not. Where the Vonnie Event Center building address is a 3401 Griffin Avenue, Pekin, Illinois. Pekin's zip code is 61554. So there's the address, 3401 Griffin Avenue, Pekin, Illinois. So anybody's watching this video, just put that in your Google Maps, and hopefully you guys are there next weekend, next Saturday, which is September 20th. Speaking of card shows, I was kind of interested in this one. DJ is going to be there. 2 Guys Sports Cards out of Springfield. He has a card show in Springfield. He's doing this is in Bloomington, Illinois. This is October 24th and 25th. You scan the QR code and it'll give you like pre-registering for the show. You got to fill out some information. These are going to be 8-foot vendor tables. He gives a price on the table. It's like $50 a table. I'm like, for a 200 card table show, $50 a table, I might pay that. go on these little, you know, 50 table, 40 table card shows and pay 40 or 50 bucks, that gets a little sketchy. That gets a little sketchy for me. You're talking 200 tables, 50 bucks a table. I might be there. I'll have to take that Friday off, but I gotta get my. I gotta send him a payment because you gotta send him a payment. You gotta fill out all a bunch of information, so you gotta scan his QR code, fill it all out, send it to him, send him payment, and I don't know. I might set up this one, but I gotta take October 24th off to do a setup because setup is like 1 to 3 or something like that. The 24th, then you have to come in early and on the 25th and set up again. But that was like $50 a table for both days. So I mean, $50 a table for both days. That's like $25 a day. I'm all about that. That'll be a good show. I mean, as far as price wise, it's good. I just don't know if I want to go to Bloomington or not. But anybody in the Bloomington area, October 24th and 25th, looks like there is a price to get in. There's a $3 1-day admission. 2-day VIP pass is $5. So I mean, maybe you got to pay $3 to get in. That size of a card show, paying $3 to get in, I wouldn't be upset about that. I went to a card show in Peoria that was at the Louisville Slugger Event Center. You had to pay $7 to get in. You had to use your debit card, and I'm like, $7 for 1 day. That card show wasn't worth it. Was a very poor card show. I don't think they ever did it again out there. I went there once, and that was a waste of money as far as I'm concerned. So there's what we got. There's a review for our DGA cards. Nothing high end. Sorry about that, guys. I got another grading company. I think they're out of Texas. I sent 2 cards with them. That's $9 a card. These are $10 a card at a card show. I sent another grading company. It was free shipping. $9 a card to get graded. So I sent a couple in just to see what they were. They actually, we'll talk about it when they get here. I've already paid for them on PayPal. So they should be coming. Once they get here, we'll do another 2-card review on that grading company, and we'll talk about them and how they grade their cards and their slabs. And like I said, I don't even know about their slabs. I don't know if they're a snap tight slab and using some glue, or if they got the machines, the sonic welder or not. So that's another thing. Pay attention to these grading companies, especially these cheap ones that just kind of pop up. Make sure they got the sonic welder and actually weld these plastic cases together, not some snap tight with some glue. So that's all for me. Be good, be safe, and I'll catch you next time. Sorry about that. Can't spit up. Catch you next time, and bye for now.